Hey, we're back at 7:13, everyone. Influencers are raving about a so-called cortisol cocktail. It's all over my Instagram feed, maybe yours too. No, it is not alcoholic, but does it actually have the health boosting benefits that they're constantly touting? That is the big question. We enlisted a pro to set us straight. Bethany Dorfler is a registered dietitian at Northwestern Medicine Digestive Health Institute. We want to thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for
and getting
me.
us together on this one. You said you have teens, so you're well aware of what's going on here.
Absolutely. And my patients keep me on my toes. So.
All right, so let's start with this. Really the basis of it. For anyone wondering about the importance of cortisol in our bodies, maybe, what is it and what happens if it's out of whack?
Yeah, so cortisol is a stress hormone that our body has to secrete, naturally secrete, to keep us waking up in the morning, to keep our metabolism going. And it's a normal response in that sort of fight or flight syndrome that our body responds to. So when cortisol levels spike, it's not that our bodies are doing the wrong thing. They're doing exactly what they should be. For those of us who have chronic stress, we might see more cortisol throughout the day than what is biologically intended.
Okay, so there's certainly maybe a few different variations that I've seen online of what this cortisol cocktail is that people have been doing. It seems like there's maybe a baseline. We're going to give everybody one of the recipes that we found on here, because a lot of times they say like, oh, you know, I'm using this great cocktail, click here so you can get the, you know.
Right.
but it seems like the basis is always magnesium, vitamin C, and electrolytes. So can they actually reduce stress? Do they actually improve sleep? And is there something about mixing them together that's maybe more efficient than like taking them in different doses throughout the day?
Yeah, it's a great question. There's a shred of truth to this.
Okay.
The benefit of this cocktail has a lot to do with the behavior of before bed, you're winding down, you're having a drink, you're relaxing. The behaviors of what psychologists call sleep hygiene before bed matter a lot. I would argue that whether magnesium or the other parts are in this cocktail, the behavior is sort of number one. Meditation would probably have a similar effect. But there is magnesium in many of these recipes, and most Americans don't get enough magnesium. And magnesium does help us sleep better, and it does help reduce the risk of cardiovascular disease. So yes, you could supplement it, but it's a great time to think about what else we can be eating that's rich in magnesium.
Yeah, and I think the biggie here when having a conversation like this, is it safe? Are there any drawbacks? Is this one of those like, hey, if you have it, no biggie, if you don't, no biggie, or are there really some drawbacks here?
Yeah, two questions I often encourage my clients to think about. Number one, is it true? And number two, is it safe? So as far as the safety is concerned, this is totally a safe thing, with a few caveats. Magnesium can act like a laxative, so people need to be aware that magnesium supplements can get them revved up in more than one way. Some recipes involve salt, and most Americans don't need that pinch of salt. The vitamin C adds flavor, and it's just a nice sort of added benefit. So I think that it is totally safe to be having before bed, and might help some people sleep better purely because of both the ritual and the magnesium.
Well, I appreciate the fact that you also added in there things like meditation and other things that maybe could help with eliminating some of that fatigue before bed and reducing stress as well. Great advice. We've got to have you back on here.
Thank you. I would love it.
There's going to be another trend I'm sure we could talk about very soon.
Always.
Thank you so much.